Hello, if anybody's there. Unexpected. And I wanted to do a live last night, but I was just engrossed in my books, so I didn't feel like interrupting my sojourn. Hi, Jinx. Hi, Hermits. Sorry, it was there was no notification. I just decided to switch the camera on because I didn't last night. Yes, it's nice to see you too, Jinx. And you, Froggy. I've been doing well. There was some visitors over, not to see me. They came to see their daughter and son-in-law and granddaughter and stuff, and it was nice. We knew they were coming, but it was nice that they made time for us as well. It was nice. Hi, Lee. I said we've got to stop meeting like this often. You know, it's about our fifth meet up in about 30 years. So, but it's a long way to travel. It was nice though, and they only had to come to Warwick, so not far from us. Hi through the looking glass. Happy Saturday. Happy cold Saturday, but it's really warm in here. Very warm. Hi underground Thomas. You're shoveling snow at work, are you? Good exercise though. Get those stomach abs, zipping for the summer. Hi Red Pill. Thank you. It's nice to come back, when I've been away, but it was the days went by quite quickly. It was lovely. Need to do it more often. I'm still waiting for my hospital appointment for my teeth, and my back, where they repaired my pelvic area the other week, it's had another slip. It's not as bad. It's nowhere near as bad, but it's a bit sore at the minute. So I've hit the morphine this morning. Only had 2 spoonfuls though. And I've been drawing, I've been sketching badly. 63 where you are on Menvius, 82. Hi. Don't know what it is here at the moment. It's I can tell you though. Oh, it's quite summery. It's 6. But they did forecast. Yeah, more snow from 5 o'clock onwards. Are you, Jinx? Yeah, I used to like to, sketch, and I've sort of got out of the practice, but it's therapeutic, isn't it? And what brought it to mind for me was one of my subscribers, and somebody I'm subscribed to, Dion. I did leave a link to her channel the other week. She had a book, you know, one of these really nicely tooled leather books with a thick parchment paper, and she was doing all watercolor, and I thought, why don't I start doing that again? So yeah, I've this morning I've done a Muslim woman, um, not in relation to you know who, but in relation to something else that came to mind last week, and a husband, and that's turned out all right. Hi, Jem. How are you? Hi, Deb. I didn't have time to notify anybody, Jem, or I could have done and come on later, but I suppose, but knowing me, I'll be headphones on again later, and I'm oblivious to everything then. Yes, some urban sketching, yeah. I'm fine, Jem. We had the family really, and my family met some old friends of mine for the first time for some of them, second time for others, but I've only met them a few times in the last 30 odd years, so it was nice. Any news? Anything going on? I've even broken out my sewing box. I just can't get to my sewing machine. Oh, you're having your door floors done? It'll be worth it though, Jinx. Once it's all done, it'll be nice. Do you see, foodies, I'm so ill. Emergency. No emergency for a sore throat. So it's going to be, Kuwait's going to be picking up the bill, are they, for all of false stashes for emergency care? Well, yeah, Deb, it's ridiculous because you can lock those doors. You can lock from the outside, but you can also unlock them from the inside and lock them from the inside. So it makes no sense. Oh, how lovely, Jinx. Hi, Mike. An ERBs, yeah. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Could be, Deb, you know. But she says she's going to do Ramadan. We're only going to have her word for it anyway, and we know she lies. So everything that's said, you either believe it or not. I don't disbelieve everything, and I certainly don't believe everything. I suppose he doesn't want to relinquish control, Deb, but what would make more sense, wouldn't it, would be to get a second key and just to leave a key there. What about if he loses his key, if there's only one? What's he going to do then? I think it's to make sure all her flesh is tucked in. Oh, I should have put some colour on. Well, she's got what she wants, Jem. She's got a husband, whether it be, you know, a real one or not a real one. She showed us everything, didn't she? The medicine she got and everything from the clinic. Where's the problem in showing us a marriage certificate, licence, ID? Well, yeah, what if you got into an accident? What's she going to do then? I know, it'll be so worth it once it's done, Jinx. She said she was ill anyway, didn't she, when she got there? She said she had a sore throat and everything. So why go near the camels? Why mess with food? Yep, she hasn't got to go out. Food will be delivered by her beloved, and she can bees all day, every day, until she strokes out or something happens. Because it's not, the temperatures there are not going to be conducive to anybody being in the best of health, let alone somebody of 420 pound or whatever she is. The camels, yeah. You see, what is the point in being there and just going, hi? Why not give us some information about what's going on? Oh, sorry, Jinx, yeah. Let's say 351 then, eh? Hmm. So I'll tell you a little bit. People who came over, I'm not going to say much about them, but I will say that their daughter married an English man who lectures at a university. When she met him, still lectures occasionally, and nothing Jinx. Headphones on, audiobook. I've got 3 on the go at the moment, unless I decide to put the sewing machine on, climb over everything and get to it. I hope she doesn't try to ride a camel. So these people, they were alienated from their daughter because she, they're Muslim, and she met this man and married him, and really, her father agreed to it eventually, but it wasn't what he wanted for his daughter. But everything's worked out, I'm glad to say. Yeah, I love audiobooks as well. No, Mike, I can't. Can you? Maybe hanging onto the undercarriage. Yeah, imagine that. Mike's naughty. Mike used to be really, really nice. I don't know who's leading him in the wrong direction. Yeah, I get them free, Jinx. I get them. You can just go onto YouTube and ask, audiobooks and look for what you want. But a funny one was a little while back, I had one and it was 45 hours. There was it 6 books in one or 4 books in one? I can't remember. Anyway, I got right through to the last bit. And because I couldn't do anything when I was off YouTube for a few days, and I couldn't, I didn't have time to do it. And when I came to go back on, it's disappeared. No, Deb, what rug? A cowhide rug. Ooh, tasteless. Yeah, and I can't even remember. I know it was about the apocalypse, and I know it was this group of survivors, and they were trying to get. Last I heard, they were trying to get this yacht from down south somewhere to sail across. They were going to try to get to Africa, because women who were getting pregnant were losing their babies in this country, and the only thing that they got common among the group was that they'd all had these anti-malaria jabs and other jabs to go overseas, and so they felt that that was the right place to be to have a baby for whatever reason. So they were going to, and I thought they're never going to make it, but I guess now I'll never know. Oh my, okay, I'm all right. Yeah, you can jinx, and I mean, even if you only slap a bit of paint up on the wall or a couple of pictures, or you can. It might come back. I know the person who had uploaded it. It's a person from Vietnam, and whether it'll reappear or whether I can contact him, I don't know. Oh no, you need windows. 4 in this room. Of course they do, jinx. You saw in that clinic where she went for her emergency treatment, her life-saving treatment, that they even had that partly decorated, and she was saying how nice it was. So I think the only time is not to bother is if you're not going to be staying there. And in a way, that was like me with Saudi, although I did put some pictures up. Yeah, Allah had and his prayer beads, didn't he? He had I didn't see that, Deb. Have they been to another shop? Hi, Karen. Yeah, welcome. No, they're all very much of the same. I did look. I wanted to upload a video about Hungry Fat Chit because I was so disappointed that she seems to have slipped right back from her hospital visit and good intentions. That's nice of you, Karen. Yeah, he just wanted to grow his channel, Jem, didn't he? It is the money and the fame, and if she said she's investing in their perfumery business, didn't she? I wouldn't put that stuff in my mop bucket. She seems to defend Murad, and Murad doesn't. Well, we know they don't like her. Is that what she said, Karen? That is such a horrible attitude to have. I wish she would. And I like her as well. Hi, Jericho. Hey, you've done some great videos. I've been over there. I've been watching. You're brilliant. You are. And to the point, straight to the point. Hi, Christine. Yeah, or subscribe to Jericho's channel. He makes some great videos. I've got one to go. I just didn't have time to upload it, but I'll do it when I get off here. And then I'm on go my headphones then, I think. But yeah, Hungry Fat Chick, she has made a lot of money and makes a lot of money, and I don't know how it could be a shock though, Karen, because she breathing and everything. But what saddens me, she's got children. She's got 2 or 3 children, hasn't she? 2 children. And she was so depressed when she's in hospital. If she ends up like Jen and she's in there for a year. Thank you, Jem. Hi, Robin. Robin Guinevere. Oh, there's another book I was thinking of getting, but I'm put off by the price. Sidonia, hi. Thanks, Jericho. No, I haven't been on live. I haven't been on for a few days because I've had visitors. Well, I haven't had visitors, but there's been people in the country who I don't see very often. Anyway, this book is by a man called Tom, somebody. I've forgotten. Anyway, he's writing. It's called Tea and... Isn't this terrible? It's about the four horsemen of the apocalypse, anyway. And what he's basically saying is that our new king is actually the Antichrist. Hey? That's treasonous talk, that there. But he's an American, so he can say it. And he writes a lot of Christian books. He was interviewed by somebody called Janie, somebody I was watching. But you can buy the book. Apparently one of his books is going for thousands of pounds because it's a first edition. And people are saying, no way can we afford that. Well, he couldn't. And then he said, yeah, but the new edition, the updated edition, that was the 1998. This new edition that's coming out is a lot cheaper. And don't buy via Amazon. It's something and a cup of tea. Don't buy via Amazon. Buy via my publisher. See if I can find it. Oh no, I'll have to have a look through and see if I can find him again. I know I've got him somewhere. Oh. I'll have a look and I will post a link to it. You can buy it. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Dan. Hi there. Have I missed anybody? Anyway, this book is talking about the four horsemen of the apocalypse. It's talking about King Charles being the Antichrist. She's got two girls, Candy. Sad, isn't it? She has got something to live for. Hi, Susan. Oh, I'm glad you caught me. That's it, the Antichrist and a cup of tea. Yes, thanks, Jericho. The Antichrist and a cup of tea. And you can get it from his publisher for, I think, under $40. But to have it shipped here, I think it's going to cost another $40. So it's quite expensive. Tim Cohen. Yeah, that's him. Oh, Jericho, you're a star. Thank you. I better write it down so I don't forget it again. Tim Cohen. That's a Jewish name, isn't it? Cohen. Deb, it's all sorts of symbolic things, even going right back to the 1969 investiture of Prince Charles as the Prince of Wales, Meghan Markle. But he brought up as well in this video, oh no, Claudia, you mustn't please things that way. Carry on doing your books, because I know you're doing them, and I'll come over and have a look. I just haven't been around. Hi, Sunshine. Oh, Jimmy Savile. Yeah, well, he was a good friend of Prince Charles as well. Oh, did you? Anyway, yes, lots of symbolic things. And what I didn't realise at the Olympic Games last year, which was in Birmingham, they dragged the bull ring. The bull ring was called the bull ring because that's where they used to take all the bulls and everything to market many moons ago. But they brought the bull in all lit up into the arena, and people were bowing down to the bull as they were bowing down to Baal, Satan, and Charles was there overseeing it all. And there's lots of oh, Toby Clements, the Kingmaker. Is that Warwick, the Kingmaker? Yeah, Jinx is right, Claudia. In case you're wondering whether I look at these notes after I do. Diana was just used. Diana, I don't know, Mike. They've been saying that for quite a while. Oh, all right, Jem. Take care, love. Yes, message me. I will pray for you, Claudia, definitely. Yeah, Warwick, I thought it was. Oh, yeah, you can. I mean, there's all sorts of places, all sorts of TV shows, all sorts of books, all sorts of people you can just interact with on the internet and find out all sorts of things. Oh, are they? I'm going to look for those then, especially while the weather's like this. Hi, Hobbs. Well, you know what Prince Charles said to Diana? This was in Diana's own words when she did that interview with Martin Bashir, I think. That was it that, or was it when she was talking to Andrew Morton about the book? I'm not sure. But apparently Charles said to Diana, do you think I should be the only Prince of Wales who's never had a mistress? So, yeah, it's in the genes, I guess. Or it's not kept in the genes, maybe. I'm going to look for those those two books. Claudia, you must speak to somebody. What's the equivalent of the Samaritan organisation where you are? Is there an equivalent where you can just talk to them? They don't give you advice, but they'll just listen to you. Yeah, Karen, my brother has gone through it as well. Yeah, celebrate your loved one's life, not their death. Well, I'll tell you what, with me, Jinx, is that Kings. No, Diana was lovely. She, people say she was mentally unstable, but who wouldn't be mentally unstable? Marrying into such a family and knowing that he had his lover on the side, devastating. But William was supposed to be having an affair with Rose Hanbury, wasn't he? Don't know whether it's true. Well, they did deny Margaret a true love, but she was also told that she could marry him, but it would mean that she'd have to lose her HRH title like Diana did. Yeah, Claudia, don't jump to any conclusions because, stress and worry can be the trigger for so many things, you know. Rules don't apply to Rottweilers. I got bit by one of those buggers once. Yeah, Diana was a nice person. Claudia, I'm not sure that he did actually. I think what happened was because the palace would have announced it first and they didn't. It was announced first at Lilibet's christening, as far as I'm aware. And so I think Harry and Meghan jumped the gun simply because Harry, as the monarch's son, is now entitled for his children to be called Prince and Princess. While Charles was Prince of Wales, he wasn't. It was only Prince William as heir to the throne after his dad. But now, yeah, Harry's children can be called Prince and Princess, but Prince and Princess of where? Of California? Of where? Who in the States is going to be impressed by two little kids running around with the title of Prince and Princess of somewhere? She works hard, Mike, I'll give her that. Yeah, fever is a sign of infection. Are they, Deb? A joke? I don't know, but that book that Jericho just mentioned, is it by Tim Cohen? The Antichrist and a Cup of Tea. Somebody asked in the live, do you think that Harry knows more about his dad than he's letting on, and that's why he's moved away from the family? And he said yes. And that's the one thing I didn't like, because he gave such a vehement yes. How can he know that? Well, he is, Mike. If but you see the rumours about him, he's grown up with people pointing the finger and saying he's not Charles's son, which must be an awful thing for him, for him to have had to put up with. I didn't see the South Park episode. I'm not. Do you know what? I don't. I just know what I like to watch. I know what I like to read. I know the people who disgust me, as you all do. Is that fun? There's an odd slap. I always think, when I think back to Harry, I always think of Harry, well, and William, but Harry more so at his mother's funeral. I think it was so cruel to make those kids walk behind the hearse, like the gun carriage like that. I think it was very cruel. And of course, with the royals, no, I don't, Christine, either. I think that, oh, and you, Sunshine. Have a great day, my love. The royals are all about the pomp and ceremony and all about the tradition and all about, all of that nonsense. And going back to what I was saying about the Olympics in Birmingham last year, at the end of the closing ceremony, somebody brought the torch, the Olympic torch to Charles, I think it was, and he opened something on it and took out a piece of folded paper that was a message from his mother, the Queen. So, yeah, Mike, they will know. They will definitely know, because they would have checked that out. They would have, particularly with the rumours. But you see, they lied about Diana not meeting James Hewitt before that time, because she had met him. So I think they were silly to lie about that, because it always comes to fruition. The truth always comes out. Hi, Sharon. How are you? So they would definitely have done a DNA test. Promise. Oh, you just reminded me. Hi, Pallets and Pouts. It does look like him, yeah. I only knew yesterday that Raquel Welch has passed away as well. She was a beautiful woman. Yeah, he does look like, very much like James Hewitt. But then again, that could be coincidence, and the gingery coloured hairs that runs in the Spencer family. When Harry was born, Charles was seen speeding out of, out of the gates of wherever he was, Kensington, was it? And he was going to a polo match. I mean, she hadn't long given birth, come out of hospital, I should say. But the first thing he said to Diana when he saw on seeing Harry for the first time was, "Oh God, another boy, and he's ginger." Heartless man. Sharon, are you going to be travelling soon? Yeah, they would have done a DNA. Hi, Rocky. Getting ready for your day. Mid-afternoon here, 3 o'clock. Kick-off time, the football. I am, really. Yeah. In fact, I'm too warm at the minute. What you cooking, Rocky? Anything nice? Well, yeah, it's got to be something nice. Have a great day, Susan. It's Saturday afternoon, Karen. Fish and chips. Yeah, PJs are a good idea, aren't they? I mean, if you see the trousers I've got on. They're all furry and fluffy as well. Sunday at 1 o'clock. You're in Australia, Karen? Oh, that sounded aggressive, didn't it? Didn't mean it to. Diana's car accident, where it crashed into that pillar under that tunnel, below that pillar is a sort of, I'll have to look it up, but it's like a sort of, not a shrine, but some sort of commemoration of Diana the Huntress underneath that pillar, underneath the boulevard. Fish and chips, nice. Take your jumper shopping. My sisters-in-law, well, 2 of them, used to make fantastic knit. They used to make some fantastic stuff. I could knit, but I wasn't very good. So what I used to do, a salad, yeah, to go with that'd be nice. So what I used to do is buy that coloured wool. So you got a piece red, a piece blue, a piece green, a piece yellow, and you knitted it all up into a pattern like little triangular shapes, and people would look at it and say, "Oh my gosh, aren't you clever doing all that?" And it was the wool that did the work. It is nuts, Rocky, yeah, and that's like the book I was on about. I don't know whether you were here when I was talking about it, The Antichrist and a Cup of Tea, where Tim Cohen is saying that Prince Charles is actually the Antichrist. Well, I think Diana might agree with him there. Yeah, I would say they do have weird practices. Yeah, the name of the book is The Antichrist and a Cup of Tea. And it's by Tim Cohen, Cohen. It's about to be published. It's expensive. If you try and get it on Amazon, it's going to be very expensive. Don't get the 1998, the original version, because a first edition can run into thousands, apparently. But you can get it from the publisher, and I can't remember offhand who the publisher is, but if you go onto Tim Cohen's site, you'll get all the details there. I'll put a link later. You'll get all the details there, and if you go to his publisher, you get it for something like $36, $38. But if it's got to be sent overseas, it's going to cost you that much again. I'll do it later, Rocky. Hi, Caroline. I do. I like a read. I like the Kindle. I like the audiobooks because I like to put my headphones on, and then if I get a bit tired, and doze off, and then I can always catch up later. Yeah, I'll put the link. Don't do anything. Don't do anything until I put the link, because I don't want to go and fork out for something that isn't the right one. He's written a lot of books. He's a Christian author, and he's written a lot. And I think the cover of the book is actually the heraldic shield of Charles. But it said it all started when he was born. The Queen apparently said, "He's the chosen one." And hi, Demelza. Lots of love, my darling. Oh, very nice, Karen. Yeah. My mum, being an Irish Catholic, didn't like to cook or didn't like to do too much of a Sunday unless she had to. So she would always cook the joint of meat the night before. And my brothers, because I'm from a big family. Oh, yeah, Cadfile. Yeah, Derek Jacobi. Yeah, he was good. And Hilary Mantel, Bring Up the Bodies and A Place of Greater Safety. They're really good books as well. What was I starting to say? Oh, yeah. So Queen Elizabeth said that he was the chosen one when he was born, and she said it again at his investiture as Prince of Wales in 1969. I will, Rocky, definitely. But fun fact, Prince Charles, when he had that crown on his head with a little round thing on top, that wasn't actually a stone or anything like that, because it would have been too heavy for him. It was a golf ball. Was it a golf ball or was it a table? I think it was a golf ball, something like that. He has, Karen, he has explained it. He explained it in the video that I watched, which I will put. I won't just put the link to a book. I'm going to put the link to the video, and then you can go into the video, and he gives the link to his book and the publisher, but he also gives the links to all his other books are on there as well. So be careful if you're going to buy one that you buy the right one. Oh yeah, spring is beautiful. Has anybody watched The Crown, this last version? I watched, I think, the first couple of episodes, that's all. Fish and chips is good. It's nice. In the deep fryer. Oh, in the deep fryer, not the air fryer. Yeah, I watched the first couple of series, on and off, Deb. Hello, Sandy. How are you? Nice to see you. In the deep fryer. Well, you know, in the olden days, it used to be the old fish and chip pan. And Alfie's mum always used to have the chip pan ready to go. Because again, another big family, you know. So if people didn't want what she cooked, the dinner proper, she would always do them something with chips. Hi, Miss Nicole. How does it? It's Imelda Staunton, isn't it, in this last one? Good, I'm glad, Sandy. Glad to hear you're fine. No. If you're going to fry them, don't cut them thin, cut them thick. And then that way you won't get as much fat, as much grease. Because if they're thin, it's going to coat the whole chip in the same amount of grease as it would if it was one big fat chip. So I always used to cut mine thick. Hi, Carrie. Oh, no, I like the thick ones. You maybe fancy some now. I might do some oven chips. Yeah, I might. Did she, Mike? Mothers were hard, weren't they? Yeah, the French fries. Hi, Debbie. I know they always do that. They always talk about food. Swimming in vinegar. Yeah. And mushy peas. There's a great fish and chips shop in Birmingham, and it won awards for their fish and chips. We used to have them from there occasionally, and it's called Bedders, Bedders, I think. And they used to make great fish and chips. And then there's another one in Solihull called sea spray, they do as well. Once a shop like that has got a good reputation, it normally retains it, and they normally try to work hard to retain it as well. See, Karen, Alfie's mum was never like that. I could never understand it. She was a brilliant mum. Karen. But she would always make different. If there was 4 of them wanting something different, she would do it. Highway shop. Chef. Oh, you mean on the motorway, Little Chef? Is that the one? Amber St. Clair, yes, she did. Yes, Amber St. Clair during Charles I. And she was one of his floozies, wasn't she? Although, it's fiction. But it's a good book. Yeah, that's another good book. Forever Amber. Bit racy. It was barred. It was banned at one time. They were saying it was as racy as Lady Chatterley's Lover. Hi, Cece. Brand name food. It bores me, to be honest. I like to cook if I'm cooking for people. But if it's just me, it's nice to see you, Cece. If it's just for me, a sandwich probably, or a baked potato, or some soup. from Heathrow, yeah. Where were you going, Rocky? Yeah, you can. It's true. You try driving from Birmingham to Scotland in a day. Or to Wiltshire. Yeah, and me, Sharon. I just, I eat in order to live. I don't live to eat. Do you know what I mean? Although I do like to cook if there's people to cook for. Oh, really? Artie Shaw, did he? Who was the... I ought to know who the author is because I've got it at the side of my bed. Eat to live, not live to eat. Rocky, do you know, I always think of you as being very, very young. I don't know why. I guess it's a Rocky name, clambering over rocks. One of his 7 wives. Well, have any of you heard of a place called Darwin? I think it's in Arizona. You landed towards Gatwick, did you? Oh, you got to put some weight on. A week to do it. Have you seen how they force feed the girls in is it Mauritania for marriage? They start them at about the age of 9 years of age and force feed them 9,000 up to, as they get older, up to 16,000 calories a day. So they'll be fat and plump and able to get a husband because that's considered pretty and a sign of status. It's awful. Vegemite's like Marmites that we have here, isn't it? Oh, did you, Claudia? No, you shouldn't feel guilty, Jericho. No, not about anything. As they used to say, a little of what you fancy. Fat is wealth, that's right. It's such a shame. No, it's like child abuse, isn't it, to force them little girls to I remember watching one YouTube video where the reporter, she was British, but she was Middle Eastern descent, and she involved herself and said, I've got to try and see if I can do it so I'll know what it's like. And it's actually made her feel quite ill. And you could see her stomach, even after just the breakfast, her stomach became quite rounded. The breakfast came to over 3,000 calories. Crazy. Marmite's not. Marmite. And all right, Rocky, I'll see you soon. I'll remember to come across and like your videos. Have you, Carrie? There's always a reason behind them, though, isn't there? Is there? Yeah, me as well, Jericho. My lowest healthy weight was 6 stone 2, 6 stone 4, but my lowest unhealthy weight was 5.5 stone. That was when I had a duodenal ulcer, 77 pounds. But the 6 stone 2, 6 stone 4, I was running every morning before work and every evening as well, sort of. Alf used to follow me in the car. Yeah, I bet you did, Sharon. Did you have anything like the hash there in Bahrain, like we did in Saudi? Had someone over here from Saudi last week. Well, they're still here, but they're with family. We used to go on the hash on a Thursday afternoon in the desert. Some used to run it if they were mad enough. The rest of us used to walk it. Oh, squash will keep you fit. Yeah, that was really bad, Caroline. That was, I was literally at death's door then. Literally. And I had to have emergency surgery for a ruptured duodenal ulcer, which I think was brought on by stress, and they gave me a 15 to 20% chance of survival. Well, I've still got an active ulcer, so I do have to be careful. I know what I can eat and what I can't, and I know to keep away from certain stuff. No, not that sort of hash. They just use, I don't know why they called it the hash, and it was just, we used to just go into the desert in the 4-wheel drives and onto shorts and t-shirts, and we used to either run or walk in the deserts. Once we stayed out overnight, never again. Yeah, did you kill your cars? So you'd like to go back out, wouldn't you? I've got no desire. I was talking about that last week. I've got no desire to go back out there. Been there, done that. Wish I hadn't. But met some nice people. Yeah, it does. It's good to have a whole sort of tapestry of experiences, I suppose. Yeah, it does get cold, Caroline, and it gets lethal as well if you haven't taken enough water out with you. Oh, did your dad love Libya? Where did he work in Libya? I had the opportunity to go there. I chose Saudi instead. It seemed safer. I don't know, Jinx. Hi, Squidgy. How are you? In Tripoli, yeah, that's where I was offered work, in Tripoli. But no, Saudi. And why was it the worst place? Jericho. Do you know, Nigeria, a lot of women, oh, you've been helping your daughter move. Exciting, eh? Nigeria, a lot of women who are being scammed by men who are pledging their undying love and everything. They're finding out a lot of these scammers now are actually from Nigeria. They're, tracing them back to Nigeria. Squidgy, what an adorable name. Wow, Demelza, he must have loved it. Hi, YouTuber, please. It's a mess at the moment. Look at it. All the pink has come out. I clipped it back earlier, coming out. Yeah. In all forms. Show you how to make a proper conversation. Hey, I've got a video. I'll make sure there's nothing in it that anybody can take offence to, and I'll post it about tea. I love tea. I'm always drinking tea. I'm drinking tea now, although it's got a bit cold. Yeah, I was only there for 2 years, and I came back every 2 months. No, Carrie, I'm Birmingham, but my parents and my siblings, my grandparents, apart from one grandmother who was Spanish, they were all Irish. I was just trying to think of a quick name, but I realised recently there's another T. T and something. So I was going to go in and change mine around a bit, so as for it not to be confusing. But people will find me. Oh no, Jericho! I always put milk in last. Still some, Squidgy. It's going to start again. Thanks, YouTube, please. Oh, did you? Our eldest sister was a ballerina. She actually danced professionally. Thanks, Squidgy. No, not milk and tea. It's no, it's not milk and tea. It's something, or is it something and sass? Chat and sass. It's another one anyway. So I was going to change mine, but then I thought, well, everybody knows me by this now. So sun's out in Norfolk. It's not out here. It looks as though it's going to snow again, and I think it's going to actually. Sky is full of it. It's against the law to put milk in first. Yeah, I always put it in last. Especially if you're making it in the cup, as I do, if I'm on my own, with a tea bag, as I do. And you can't really put the milk in then. Graham Portsmouth. Jericho. I don't think Jericho cares, Demels. Were you, Sharon? Really? Hi, crickets. I would have loved to have learned to dance. My mum used to, when they were all gathered round in the family and Irish dancing, and when I was a little girl, it was get up and do a dance, I hadn't got a clue. Not a clue. Well, that's the way to do it, Squidgy. Yeah, you be the caterer. Yeah, don't forget to sub to Jericho's channel as well, because he some great videos. I love watching the Irish dancers. Michael Flatley, but there are some of them who are just as good as Flatley as well. He's a bit past it now, isn't he? I saw another video recently where Camilla, our Queen Consort, was meeting International Women's Day at Buckingham Palace. And she was talking to this woman, and I looked at her and I thought, where do I know you from? And I looked and I looked and I thought, Blue Peter? No, not Blue Peter. Children's presenter? No, not a children's presenter. So I'm going to post it. And for those of you in the UK, I think I've got it sussed now who it is. But I'm not going to, I'll post who I think it is in the description. So don't read the description first. And see who, if you think you can recognise who it is. It's the first woman you see her talking to, side on. You've got nasty looking feet, Sharon. You're not alone there, darling, are you? It's lovely, Cricket. Changed your name especially for me, and I do appreciate it. Saved me tongue wobbling all over my mouth. Well, I'm going to get off because I've been on for over an hour. It doesn't seem like it, and I could go on for another hour. But I'm going to go make something to eat, and I'm going to post a couple of videos for you. I'll post the one about the tea first, how to make a good cup of tea professionally. The one at Buckingham Palace. So see if you know who the woman is in that video, and if I'm right, I think I'm right. And then I've got another one of our girl. You know who I mean. Ta-ra, Caroline. Or as the Irish would say, good luck. Oh, are you, Sharon? Yeah, I'll be over in a bit later. Lots of love, everybody. I won't be on tomorrow, but I'll probably be on Monday or Tuesday and stay for a bit longer. Oh, Sandy, you're so sweet, and you're always welcome. By the way, before everybody goes, does anybody... Thank you, Cece. Thanks, Squidgy. Does anybody know how May Anderson is? Because she sometimes comes in and I haven't, well, I haven't been on, seen hide nor hair of her. Palettes and pouts. Thank you, my darling. So, May, if you do watch the replay, I hope you're okay, and you're always welcome here. Thank you, Sharon. No, I haven't seen her. Hey, Snoopy. Bally chicken. I'm just ending. Bye, Jericho. Bye, Cricket. And I'll be back Monday or Tuesday. I'll post those videos now. I'll do the tea one first. The tea one, then the Women's Day one with Camilla talking to the woman who I think I recognise, and then the one about our girl, and I'll also post the Antichrist and a cup of tea. Oh, Karen. Yeah, oh, Jericho. Oh. Yeah. It was her. It was her, wasn't it? I'll still post it. I could not. I wasn't sure. But it is her, isn't it? Gosh, she's put on some weight. She looks so different. Hi, Sue. Oh, don't worry. I'll be back Monday or Tuesday, and I'll post some videos in the meantime. Yeah, that's who it is. You've let the cat out the bag. I'll catch you all. Thank you all ever so much. Jack, Squidgy. Oh, Jack, hi. Snoopy, Jericho, Valley Chicken, Cricket, Airwatt, Cat. Sharon, Karen, Sue, Casinta. Yes, on Corrie. That's the one. Rocky. Rocky said who I thought it was and who I think it is, but I'll still post the video. I'll post the tea one first, and I'll put that book, the link to that video about that book, Rocky, as well. So I'll catch you all beginning of the week, hopefully. Lots of love. Thank you ever so much. Bye.